Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
Rob, talk to me about embedded. I mean, this is a concept that I want to say it's new, but it's really not, because there's other areas of our life that we've been doing embedded forever. But it's taking more hold in the P&C space in particular. What does that opportunity look like for you and in Bolt, and how is that being exploited, that opportunity?
We love the embedded space.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I would define much of what we do, almost all of what we do, you could argue is embedded.
Okay.
And I say that because the examples of what people sometimes describe as embedded, they think of it as it's that packet of chewing gum that you're going to buy at the cash register at the moment you're leaving. Okay, but that's tiny, low ticket item.
Yeah.
But many times we're doing embedded as part of a bigger campaign, and the embedded product might be homeowners insurance. Okay, well, homeowners insurance isn't the typical product you would think of as embedded.
Okay.
So to me, it's more about reframing the definition of what is this embedded thing.
Okay.
And to me, that becomes embedded is providing the tailored, affordable, convenient, accessible insurance to a customer that is specific to the customer's need at the time that the customer needs it. So that can be, for example, if you were buying a home,
Right.
at the moment that you're buying the home, being offered the protection on the home.
Sure.
When a vehicle gets sold, at the moment you're buying the vehicle, the protection gets sold.
Sure.
And the more that we can make that exactly at the point of need, very seamless, not a clunky start here and then move over here and then wait a day to get the process, but know the answer right away.
Yeah.
And have it just be in this world of we all need instant gratification, we need instant satisfaction. You remember back in the day when we would go onto the internet and we would wait for the dial-up to happen. And now, exactly. And now if we don't have like a reaction in a second, we get frustrated.
Yeah.
How can this be?
Yeah.
So if you can just make it super successful by making it very simple, that's the key. And so we do embedded in tons of ways, but I think that the reason that it feels new to people and the reason it seems like it's getting so much more traction is because the definition of what it is and how it comes together is really expanding.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a ton of sense, actually. And I hadn't thought of it in terms of and how you just related. I mean, I was at Allstate when we rolled out Allstate dealer services, where we would actually install Allstate agents in a dealer. That's a form of embedded insurance,
It sure is.
right? During
It sure
that transaction.
And imagine for sure that experience has changed dramatically over time. So now what people would have thought was, worksite offering or something like that, now they think of it as it's digital and it is just truly embedded.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I know you're pressed for time, Rob. I just want to throw one more question out and crystal ball this here. I think about the application of AI. I think about it specifically in the flexibility of the solutions that Bolt offers. How can I start thinking about a future where products have an enormous amount of flexibility such that they're priced for me specifically, right? Not spreadsheet based off of a couple of rating dynamics, but I almost sense that there's this opportunity out there for us to get to basically unit level pricing for an insured.
I believe this is where we're headed. I don't know exactly how long it will take. There's an Ernest Hemingway novel from the 1920s, The Sun Also Rises, and there was a great quote in there, and the question was, they were talking about bankruptcy and how did you go bankrupt? And the answer was, slowly, and then suddenly. And so it will feel that way. Like we're heading in this direction. It feels slow, but then it's going to happen. Awesome. And so to me, even think about it as IoT-driven. Mm-hmm. The more that you have sensors that are able to help us get through our life day to day. And by the way, we're all using sensors different today than we were using them years ago. Yep. Exactly. My watch is a sensor. Right. It's tracking my activity every day, every moment. I wear it when I sleep. Yep. And so all of this data is making us smarter about information that is relevant to the risk.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.